Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on Middle Earth Gaming, and in today's video we've got something a bit different for you guys. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it, we are going to go over the new White Dwarf, and this is the reason why. Because it is a Middle Earth cover. We don't get many of these, so I feel it is a bit of a special occasion. We don't usually do reviews of White Dwarf because there's not much Middle Earth content in them at the moment. This is packed to the brim with Middle Earth content. There's over 30 pages worth of it for this. And we're going to have a look at it. There's also a back cover as well, so nice looking views, all the models. Front cover there as well with Haleth on there. Very cool. This came out quite late. For some reason it comes out later for us here in Australia. It's currently 4th of April, it's a Friday. I'm hoping to get this video out today, if I can, because it is release date for here in Australia for the for this White Dwarf for issue 510. But I think it came out in the UK probably like 3 weeks ago or something, so it's obviously taken a while for it to get here. I don't know if that's true or if it's just because it's an issue thing, but yeah, it's a shame. I don't know why. It's, you know, I was waiting for it for a while, and it's finally arrived. So awesome to see. So yeah, we're gonna go through it. We're gonna have a look at it. I won't spoil too much. I'll, you know, have a bit of a flick through. Like, you know, I just had a bit of a flick through myself, and you know, it's there's some quite juicy stuff in there. But there's nothing in there. Like, we'll go through it, but there's nothing in there about, like, you know, what's you know, like, there's no hints of models that we haven't seen before, or anything like that. So we'll go through it, we'll have a look, and we'll just have a talk about it, because, you know, it's new Middle Earth SBG content, so we can't not do it. I do want to say as well, thank you for all the members. You know, this is probably the way to do it now. All the members, thank you guys so much for your continued support. I know the channel is, we're in a quiet period for the channel at the moment, but hopefully, as I keep saying, you know, I can start to put content out again as much as I can, you know, as often as I can. That's essentially what, hopefully, what I can do. I do have quite a lot of content filmed. I've got a lot of videos filmed. I just haven't edited them yet, because I've been enjoying too much filming videos. I don't like editing them, so there's a bit of a problem there. So I'm gonna have to keep myself on the backside of getting videos filmed. Videos edited. I've got about 8 or 10 videos already filmed, like completely filmed. I just got to edit them, so that's the big problem. But there we go. So we're gonna get straight into it, guys, and we'll go on the top down and let's have a look what's in this. Oh, we also gotta do one thing, guys. I've done it a couple times already, but it smells so good. Every GW product smells good. I don't know what it is. It must be something to do with their factory. All right, guys, and now as you guys can see here on the top down, we have Ride for Rohan, I should say. Everything you need to know about the Middle Earth strategy battle game. Very cool indeed. So obviously this is for the new edition. Unfortunately, this didn't. I don't understand why this didn't come out in December. You know, when the launch actually, when the game actually dropped for the Battle of Adonis. It's a bit strange for me, but there you go. So Warhammer issue White Dwarf. I honestly don't get White Dwarf too often these days. More the reason because there's not much Middle Earth SVG content in them, and you know, I do like the other systems, but for me, the reason I used to get White Dwarf is for the Middle Earth content. And like I said, this is the back as well, so you can see we got a big Middle Earth section here. The road goes ever on the battle report for the Battle of Adonis and the designer's notes as well. So there we go. So let's open her up and have a look inside. On an adventure. Last year, a new edition of the Middle Earth strategy battle game released an exciting box set that is intrinsically tied to the War of the Rohirrim film. Because of the intense level of secrecy surrounding the release, we haven't been able to feature it in previous issues. Well, there you go. That already answers the question. But the veil has been lifted, and we're excited to take you on a deep dive into the beloved game system. By the time you've read this, the War of the Rohirrim movie will have been out in cinemas, but for us, it's an exciting event looming in the near future. So this is obviously written a long time ago, which is interesting. We've been lucky to see some of the phenomenal work that's gone into the project, both on the big screen and here at GWHQ. And it was a narrative of the movie that provided but the setting for this issue's battle report that showcases the new edition. We also give you the 9 things for mortal women doomed to die, or you ask for Dan, or if you ask Dan for the 9 members of the Fellowship that we love about the Middle Earth strategy battle game. Then we've picked the brains of the designers while ogling the new model range. We've included hero cards for tracking might, will, fate, and wounds. There are cards than heroes in the Battle of Adonis box set, and the blank ones can be filled in for any hero in your collection. Just place some dice on the designated spots on the cards to track your hero's vital stats in the game. So there you go. So the entire editorial was about Middle Earth. You don't see that too often. There's obviously usually some stuff with about the other systems as well, but no, this was all about Middle Earth, which was really nice. So obviously, I don't really get, like I said, don't get White Dwarf too much, so it has changed a little bit since I last got a White Dwarf. But you can see there's a big Middle Earth section here. So the road goes ever on and on. We journey to Middle Earth to investigate what makes the strategy battle game so awesome. It is the best game system that GW makes, of course. Battle report, battle for Edoras. Can the Sons of Helm Hammerhand defend Edoras from Wolf and his Silver Tribesmen? Designers notes an in-depth look at the incredible models that have come out for War of the Rohirrim. So there you go. Also included with this issue, hero cards Strike Might Will Fate. I do have to say something about the hero cards. We'll come when we get onto that. We'll have a look. Then we have a look at, obviously there's awesome, really nice inspiration here for like color schemes, all that kind of stuff. There is actually one which I did see before, which we'll get to. Do a bit of a flick through. We have one for Thorin's Company, which is really nice. Thorin's Company by Dave Barker Herden, which is really cool. Really nice models here actually, and he's converted obviously to have him have Orcrist and the Oaken Shield, which is cool. Pretty easy conversion there. Yeah, very nice looking models. Very got a bit of OSL going on there as well by the looks of it. And then we come into The Road Goes Ever On. So this is the main part of it. So this is the start of the Middle Earth section in full. So you can see we have Daniel Entwistle and Rob Alderman, who is of course the head of the Middle Earth team or something along those lines, I believe. Obviously talking about the celebration of the game and how it's developed over the years, which is awesome to see. Last time I think we had this was in 2020, I think, when we had something to do with the Fellowship of the Ring, which is kind of cool. Again, I'm not going to read every little intricate detail for you guys. I'll wait for you guys to actually get that, but you guys can see what the gist of it is here. We have like a lifeline of the models and recreate legendary battles, obviously, which is at the heart of the game itself, and obviously is what I love as well. So Rob says, at its heart, the Middle Earth strategy battle game is a narrative wargaming experience, and one of the most exciting ways to play the game. It is to fight through the stories and iconic battles of the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit, and the War of the Rohirrim with a collection of miniatures. These scenarios range from small-scale skirmishes such as Ringwraiths ambushing the Hobbits at Weathertop, right to colossal engagements such as Helm's Deep, Pelennor Fields, the Battle of Edoras, and the Battle of the Five Armies. There's a real sense of excitement in recreating such legendary battles, but there is an equal sense of trepidation when you realise the fate of Middle-earth hangs in a balance. If you fail to protect Frodo in the Mines of Moria, what if Azog prevails over Thorin at Lonely Mountain? Will Rohan be saved if Hammer manages to escape Wolf's vengeful clutches? If you've seen the movie, well, I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it. Also breaking down, like a very breaking down, if you haven't played the game before, for people who usually pick up White Dwarf and might not know Middle Earth too well, breaks it down quite easily. It's obviously about everything that what they like about the game. Obviously, lead a mighty army to war, fighting over stunning battlefields. Obviously, got my Helm's Deep that I need to finish. Might Will Fate obviously is a big intrinsic part of the game. And about the whole new edition as well. So big talk about the new edition here, which is really cool. Again, I'm not going to talk about it too much because I want to just, talk about, let you guys see it or read it for yourselves essentially. But basically, Rob just goes over about Rob and Danny. They both go over the new edition and a few things that have changed as well. So like intelligence, about different stats on the models, and just a few things like that. Dominant as a new rule, as we know, which is very cool. And then we come to the battle report, which is the Battle of Edoras, which I believe they play the last scenario that comes in the Battle of Edoras starter set, which is kind of cool, where it's the entire force all up. So we have Halath and Hammer and the Warriors. And we have Wolf and General Targ, and the Till Tribesmen here as well. So I'm gonna skip over the ending, guys. But what I noticed here is this is the battlefield that is on the paper playmat. So they obviously created this like a 3D version, and I kind of want to create it for myself, if I'm gonna be honest, because it looks very cool, and it looks very achievable as well. It's very much given me inspiration to actually make this board like 3D to come to life, and as it's only a 3x3, it's actually quite achievable as well. So obviously, nice looking pictures, which is cool. Always nice to see them. Was the last Middle Earth Battle Report? I don't even remember when I was in White Dwarf, to be honest. When was the last Middle Earth Battle Report in White Dwarf? That's interesting. That'd be interesting to know. I know there was one for when the old edition came out in 2018. I don't know if there's one, but if there's been one since then, there might have been. It's very cool. Nice looking photography in here as always for White Dwarf, as you would expect. Yeah, I think we're still good for here. So you can see, obviously, very nice diagrams, very nice photography. It's very, very cool. Again, you guys can see what's going on. Explain what might points do for people who don't know. Obviously, a big integral part of the game, as I said before. Yeah, I think, yep, we're still good here. I haven't actually played this scenario yet, so I actually don't know how balanced it is. I've seen a few people play it, and it definitely seems like an interesting one. So I'm going to skip this next page because this is the end of the battle report, and we've come to the different races and about the different the new models that basically been released for War of the Rohirrim. So obviously we have the new Warriors of Rohan, which I actually have some here actually. Some of my converted ones actually, just right here. Probably can't really see it too well, guys. We have that guy. Got this guy. Was happy with this conversion. It's kind of cool. Just stuff like that, really. Haleth and Hammer, of course, came with the starter set. Helm as well, which I actually do have Helm. I think he's around here somewhere. I don't know where he is. But I have got him. He's painted. Hera I don't have, and I thought this was a lovely model. When it first came out, when I first saw the pictures, I disliked the model profusely. But then I saw people starting to get it and starting to see other angles of the model, and that's what you really got to do. And seeing the angle here, it's actually a really stunning model, and I really do want to get it. I haven't picked it up yet. And of course, we have the plastic Hera. By at the time of recording on the 4th of April 2025, as it is today, this was revealed on the 14th of December 2024. So it's been almost 4 months since she's been revealed, and I think that was the last War of the... No. I think it was the Snow Troll before or after her. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Plastic Hera. It's been almost 4 months since she's been revealed, and no sign of her yet. But yeah, it's a stunning model. I can't wait to get my hands on her. She's going to be awesome to grab. And obviously, as we know, the cape is separate. So there's a different piece with the cape. So you can have it with cape or without cape, which is very, very cool. Then we have the opposite side, obviously. We have Wolf, which is obviously the main protagonist. Main antagonist, I should say. Or protagonist, depending on which side you want to be. We have the Hill Tribesman as well. I'm actually right in the middle of finishing painting these guys, to be honest. Really nice models to paint up. Then we have General Targ, again, a really nice model to paint. I didn't really like the model, to be honest. I didn't like the design of him when he first got announced, but I'm really warming up to him, to be honest. Then we have Frecker and Lord Thorn. I actually don't have these models at the moment. If they bring out a supplement that includes them in a scenario, I will definitely get them, but at the moment, I don't see the need for them at the moment. And we obviously have the Snow Troll with Shank and Rot. And these guys actually just came out in Australia. I don't remember, honestly, how long ago they actually were released in other parts of the world, but in Australia, they were only released a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, we were waiting quite a long time, and I haven't got them yet, but I will be getting them because I definitely want to paint these guys up in a scheme that actually comes in the the Chronicles? No, it's not Chronicles, is it? It's like the visual companion for War of the Rohirrim. Definitely does not look like this. which is very, very cool. So that is the Middle Earth section, guys. That is the main bit of the Middle Earth section. That's the main chunk of it. So quite a lot in there. Would I like to see more? Probably. Would have liked to, obviously the first bit which we going over the big pieces of the game. This was really nice. I would have liked to see more of this. I think that's always very interesting. The battle report's good. Nice decent chunk, and then obviously talking about the new models, which obviously makes sense. But yeah, very, very, very cool indeed. That's for sure. Then we get into some, 40k, Eldari, there's a new combat patrol, that kind of stuff. Age of Sigma with the orcs, they're kind of cool, I gotta say. I do like orcs. And then we move to Black Library, the bunker. This is what White Dwarf is kind of at the moment, guys. And then there's also something over here that I do want to say something. There is something more Middle Earth here. This is coming out from the Warhammer Studio team themselves. So we have The Werewolves of Angmar by John, which is kind of cool. The very nice different color scheme. So if you guys want inspiration, you have some inspiration there for your Werewolves of Angmar. I've already completed mine. I only need 2 because you only need 2 for the scenarios. Actually, no, you need 4. So I do need another 2. It's 2 hill trolls that you need. So I do need to get another 4. But I'm very happy with how I painted mine. There is a tutorial on the channel if you guys want to see how I painted my werewolves. Yeah, I was really happy with them. So, but yeah, really nice there. I do like the fade with the purple. I'm guessing that's probably like some kind of contrast or something. That's very, very cool. And then we come on to, as you guys can see, the pop-out hero cards. Now, we have one for Haleth, one for Hammer, one for Wolf, and one for General Targ. Now, and then we have the blank ones as well that they are double-sided, so you can kind of multi-use them. Now, I'm not a fan of them, to be honest. I for free in White Dwarf, they're great. Obviously, I would have liked to have seen some, some new profile cards in the new edition when they were coming out. I know how much they sold out in the last edition. Maybe something's changed and then they can't really print that much kind of stuff anymore. So I don't know. They do it for 40k in Sigma, so I don't know why they couldn't do it for Middle Earth. As we saw from the last edition, it does make sense. Like they would sell because they did sell out, and people were paying stupid money to try and get them. Still do actually. So I don't see why they couldn't do it. Do I think they will? I don't think they will now, just because. I mean, I guess they could, but I think it's a bit late now. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys wish for proper hero cards like we got in the last edition, or I guess these are something at least, but I know people have already done some fan-made copies of them as well, so we have that either way. And like I said, they are double-sided as well. So there we go, guys. That is the Middle Earth version of White Dwarf. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was kind of cool. Obviously White Dwarf is quite expensive these days. It's how much is it for Australia? I didn't even see how much it was. I just picked it up. It's $17 here in Australia. I remember when White Dwarf was a lot cheaper than that. But I think for the amount of content that you get, for how much reading you're going to get into it, and it's just nice having a White Dwarf with Middle Earth on the cover, and with a sizable chunk of Middle Earth content. I think it's worth it in my opinion. It might not be in yours, which is fair enough, but I think for what we get, I think it's worth it in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We'd definitely like to know what your opinions are, and if you liked it, if you didn't like it, let me know in the comment section below as well. If you enjoyed this kind of video, do let me know as well. But thank you guys so very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video stream, and as always, happy gaming.